This is never going to work. CJ, I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana. Come check us out. Come see us. Um, I want to do a song, and the reason why I want to do the song is I can't remember. Uh, I feel like maybe I did this song and I posted it a few months ago, or I wanted to, but yeah, it's obviously a cover. Uh, and yeah, so our love is alive. It's so we begin. Usually let our hearts on the table stumbling in. Our love is a flame burning within. Now that firelight will catch us stumbling in. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you know these reckless thoughts of mine are following you. Oh, I follow you. Whatever you do, 'cause baby, you showed me so many things that I never knew. Whatever it takes, baby, I'll do it for you. Our love is alive, and so we begin. Foolishly let our hearts on the table stumbling in. Our love is a flame burning within. Now that firelight will catch us stumbling in. That's not the way the song ends. Actually, it's supposed to be a duet, and I'm having trouble figuring out how to make it a duet. I can get up to this part, but when you get to like the second verse, it's more obvious that the lines are. It's not just people singing in harmony with each other, but when you get, especially when the second verse, that it's a conversation that one part is having to the other part, because they're talking about uh, you know uh, one of them's being really uh, wild and free, and one of them's being kind of like you know young, uh, but in kind of a hurry to not be young, like who wants to be, whatever, held back from that or whatever. And so, yeah, and just this great love, teaching each other things. And I don't know, uh, kind of like some May December stuff going on. I don't know if May December because I don't really get that vibe. I don't, but yeah, maybe like you know, I don't know. Today, it would be perceived different, but I don't think so. I think what the thing is that the original singers of this tune, uh, yeah. So I have to Suzie Quatro. I know her. She played a character called Leather Tuscadero on a show called Happy Days, and she was just kind of like a she was only on there for a couple of episodes, couple of seasons, but that it played in rerun over and over and over again. That particular set of episodes, because she was a rock singer in the '70s, and I was just like a little kid, so I caught those in reruns later on. Because you remember we only had like three networks, back in those days. Uh, I'm not a boomer, but my parents were. And then Chris Norman was the male who sang with her in this song, and he actually, I don't know, he kind of reminds me of an alternate Rod Stewart. His voice has that smoky Rod Stewartness to it. Uh, Rod Stewart, for you people who don't know, was a rock star in the '70s and '80s and stuff like that. Maybe, yeah. So anyway, he was good. God, he was kind of screechy though. He had a soulfulness because of that screech that you know. And there was Michael Bolton. Does anyone remember Michael Bolton? You know, I could hardly believe it when I heard the news today. Kind of that. Uh, um, so he kind of, but Rod Stewart kind of came before him with that whole like uh, shredding thing. Actually, Michael Bolton took it to a whole new level because I felt like his voice, uh, you know, put my ears to a cheese grater. Uh, like it was like wow, uh, edgy. And then, of course, he later changed tune and did an album of opera music. Michael Bolton did. I don't know why I'm talking about all this, but mostly retrospect for me. But yeah, so Susie Quatro, if you look her up, I feel like maybe I've talked about this in a previous video, and if I have, I'm sorry. Sometimes I do get redundant, but if not, uh, whatever. Suzie Quatro. I'm a fan, particularly of this song, but other music too, because most of her music that she did was very guitar based. You know, uh, and her image. If you look at her from that time in the mid 70s, you will look at her and you will say, "Oh, well, that's Joan Jett." You know, but it's not Joan Jett. For the longest time, when Joan Jett came about and I wasn't aware of Joan in the Runaways, but I was aware of Joan Jett in the early '80s with her solo "I Love Rock and Roll" album. The Joan, that one, uh, and the hairstyle and the it it is undisputably uh, inspired by the leather Tuscadero uh, look that was wrought by Suzie Quatro, which Leather Tuscadero was just a character that she played on Happy Days. But forever, I just thought her name was Leather Tuscadero. So, because when I was a kid, I would. But then I became aware of this song called "Stumbling In," and I used to hear it, and it was more. It was that's almost not even rock and roll. It's almost adult contemporary, and it's one of those songs that is just going to stay in the American uh, pop music zeitgeist forever. And every once in a while, it will get popped up. It will resurface, and people will be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." Uh, because it's just got that quality. What's so interesting about this song is just a really great song. I want to maybe figure out how to do it though as a solo. First, I need to figure out how to play better. I'm considering because I'm having a lack of exposure to people who play guitars, which is how I learned how to play in the first place. What little bit that I do know how to play, I learned how to play from hanging out with people who do know how to play, and I would pester them, and I wanna really increase what I can do, just for my own amusement, just for my own, uh, just to break out of my routine of what I've been doing. Basically, now that the pandemic is pretty much over, uh, and then doing that, uh, I don't know. I feel like I can watch YouTube clips and everything like that, but I kind of want that social interaction of uh, talking and hanging around with another musician or something like that. So I may actually bite the bullet, and I'm going to think about it. What I decided to do was to wait until after the holidays. That's and then in January, I will decide, hey, do I want to bite the bullet and make this commitment? Because if I commit to the lesson, I have to commit to it uh, for up to a year. So it's a, and I think once you just sign a contract to do it like that, it's like this isn't like where you decide, hey, let me go try something out and see if I'm going to like it or not, But, and of course, I won't really need to start from the very bottom you know, of like I know the parts of a guitar and I know the strings and the notes and everything. They always start you out with an orientation. Let me show you the parts of the guitar and this and that. So that's basically just to get you on the same, uh, uh, speaking the same language. Getting you in the same terminology. You know, but yeah, I don't know. Um, I do much better. I always have like face to face learning than maybe reading a manual or something like that. So maybe, yeah. And then I can get inspired to plug in some of my amps and things like that. And uh, yeah. Of course, I still have, uh, work to do with the keyboards. I want to learn to tickle the keyboards a little bit more, and maybe learn a little bit about like layering and producing. But it's just for the heck of it. Uh, and we're talking like years down the road. And that's in case I don't find something else to fixate on. A couple of years ago, it was crocheting with me. So who knows? And then of course I don't crochet anymore. I could do like 1 or 2 stitches, and I could make like some scarves. But yeah, I kind of got out of that. It's like, okay, this isn't gonna quite. Yeah, I don't need to make a scarf. But I'm looking at this table. You know what? I could get uh, uh, an automatic knitting loom. Not an automatic, but yeah, one where you like kind of like run it back and forth, and it would just like, yeah, do like 20 stitches instead of one at a time. Like that would really speed things up. They call them sweater making machines. They're really just table looms that you affix to the table, and then yeah. But I don't think I'll do that. Actually, my great aunt gave me one, but I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. So you know, it didn't have quite all of the pieces. She'd gotten it and she'd put it away and she kept it forever too. She didn't really. She was more of a hands-on kind of crafty person. Well, she still is actually. She's still with us. Yeah. Anything like she would make anything in the whole world like that. If it can be made, she would make it. And a lot of times of her own innovation. That was just her. That was her thing. And so we could always count on that aunt for her arts and crafts and everything. So, okay, so yeah, I really like that song, "Tumbling In," and yeah, check out Suzie Quatro. Uh, Not just that song, but check out some of her other songs. Um, oh my God, what is that one I was thinking of? Devil's Gate Road, or yeah, no, this is not it. Um, I'm just gonna, because those lyrics were whoa. Okay. Devil's Gate Drive. That's the one I was thinking of, and that was released in 1974. That's how far back this goes. But uh, like she was doing music from all through. Uh, oh well, she just released Bad Moon Rising. There's a cover of the CCR. She just released that this year. I know she's touring in, or she was touring in Australia. I think the earliest, I think 1973, and the one that her breakout was Can the Can. Uh, but her, but I mean, a lot of the stuff that she did was not adult contemporary, but it was a lot harder edged, and like just these titles. One, Your Mama Won't Like Me. uh, uh, Glycerin Queen, that was from 1973. Uh, you know, she did an album in 1980, and the whole album is called Hard Rock. So, I mean, you know, uh, yeah. You know what I'm going to do while we're here? And I'm just going to pull it up. I'm not going to. Can I do this? Yeah. Hang on. This is Suzie Quatro. So let me tell you, I don't want to like infringe on any copyrights accidentally or anything. Let me tell you something. If you don't look at that and hear that sound, and if you don't think of Joan Jett, you need to compare Joan Jett just a little bit later. With when she was doing the Runaways. And when did the Runaways? Who influenced who? Maybe I've got that backwards. Because that was Joan Jett, Lita Ford, and Sherry Curry, and yeah, a couple of other ones actually that were in there too. But when did they? What is their story? I must have said okay. No, from 1975 is when they became active. So actually, Suzie Quatro did was active before the Runaways, and uh, and that look was you know was the look that inspired you know uh, I would honestly maybe they both just went to the same barber. I don't know, but no. I feel like the look is too close, especially with Susie Quattro playing the leather Tuscadero character. I don't actually think Joan Jett borrowed her look from uh, Susie Quattro, the singer. I think she borrowed her look maybe from the character of Leather Tuscadero, who always wore a leather jacket when she was on the Happy Days. Happy Days. That was the name of it. So, uh, which is yeah, I mean, it's not like I was alive and I remember these things, but uh, I'm getting them back from retrospection, having becoming newly acquainted with some of these things again, via social media that would have long since been forgotten and buried. Uh, you know, except for a couple of the things um, well, she said it herself, and she's actually right. Suzie Quatro, she said that her song that she did, the one that I was trying to do for you guys, um, uh, she said that that was an evergreen song, "Stumbling In," and yeah, so yeah, I don't know when I don't know when she got to be on Happy Days. Uh, I don't know. I'm doing a Wikipedia. I'm gonna find out. So you're actually watching me like obsess over trivia that nobody cares about. But yeah, no, she was, uh, uh, okay. So yeah, so I don't know when it says here that the bass player, she played bass, Leather Tuscadero, on the television shows Happy Days, and Gary Marshall offered her the role uh, after seeing her photograph on one of his daughter's bedroom walls. So, and uh, they even offered her a spinoff, uh, and she turned it down. Then she's done other stuff too. Okay, oh, she was in an episode of Absolutely Fabulous, which is a really absolutely fabulous uh, Britcom. I wonder if she's got any acting credits, like a ID independent movie database, IMDb, if I'm spelling it out right. Let's see. Yeah, here we. I should have just went straight to here to find out what I wanted. Okay, so yeah, so she did 7 episodes from 77 until 79, and yeah, so but she has been around as a musician since 1973, at least, uh, with recording. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Listen, I'm actually enamored with her. I think she's like an unsung hero, uh, and we should revisit some of that music. It was where hard rock was meeting glam, and she was there in leather clad, and with the whole like yeah, yeah, the the hair that actually became Joan Jett's hair. So yeah, compare the two, you'll be like, oh wow, okay. And I'm not taking away at all from anything that Joan Jett has done because I love Joan Jett. They are so similar in style and vocal stylings and everything that I actually thought that Joan Jett was the person who played uh, Leather Tuscadero on the show Happy Days. But like I said, at the time I was a wee little lad. So anyway, that's enough. Love and light. Bye. Oh, by the way, I'm not gonna do any more videos, but I will do some videos tomorrow because I'm actually just passing time until I can watch uh, the next couple of episodes of American Horror Story uh, that I watch on Hulu. I don't actually watch on FX, so I have to wait until 2 o'clock in the morning until I can watch them. What time is it now? I'm one good movie away from being able to see the next couple of episodes of American Horror Story. Or, whatever. One good fixation. I'm one obsession away from being able to watch the next round of American Horror Story. Bye bye.